This is the new best pet in Grow Garden, and the pet that I'm talking about is the brand new Disco Bee right here. So you get this Disco Bee from the brand new anti-bug eggs. So if you go over here, as we can see, they're premium anti-bug eggs, which of course you can get these from the egg merchant. They are extremely rare, but there is a chance that they may appear in shop. But anyway, I got my hands on 30 of them, and also a Disco Bee. So when we look at this egg right here, these are all the pets, a 1% chance for the butterfly, which we'll talk about in a different video. So make sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to see what that does. But in this video, we are going to be checking out the Disco Bee. So this one is only 0.25% chance of hatching it. So that is 1 in 400, extremely rare, but it makes sense for how good it is. Because if we look at this, let's just go ahead and place it real quick. So let's pick up our praying mantis right here, and let's just place our Disco Bee, and let's try to find it, and here it is right here. Alright, and hopefully we can click on it before it flies into the forest of candy blossoms. But anyway, let's click on it, let's click view. So if you take a look at it, every 20 minutes it has a 12.13% chance to turn a nearby fruit disco, which is extremely good because disco is one of the best mutations in the game. I think it is the best mutation, and I'm pretty sure it multiplies your fruit by like times 125. So it's extremely good, but disco events are super rare. Like usually disco events only happen like once per update. Like whenever the update first releases, the developers usually host a disco event which turns some of your fruit disco, but it is pretty rare for your fruit to turn disco still. But what this does is every 20 minutes it has a 12% chance to turn a random fruit disco, which is extremely good. Also, the percent does go up with how old it is, so it went up by 0.02% chance whenever it aged from age 1 to age 2. So if it gets to age 100, then it should be around like a 13 or 14% chance, which is much better. And oh, let's go, and a lightning storm event is actually happening. Alright, well, I'll take it because I have not gone AFK for quite a while, so like none of my fruit is shocked right now. But anyway, this works kind of similar to the dragonfly. So if you take a look at our pets right here, we have multiple dragonflies, and what they do is every 5 minutes they fly around and turn a random fruit golden, which golden I believe is like times 20 or times 25. So it works kind of similar to those, but instead of turning a fruit golden every 5 minutes, it turns a fruit disco every 20 minutes, which once again is just a 12% chance, so it is still quite rare. So if you get the Disco Bee, you can think of it as turning one fruit disco every 3 hours, because that's basically what the chances are. So every 3 hours it will turn one fruit disco on average. So if you're doing the raccoon method where you only have one fruit, you can easily use this to turn a disco and make it worth a lot. I mean, the raccoon method isn't as good as it used to be though, because I believe they did make it so if your raccoon steals something, it only sells for 35%, but I mean it's still pretty good. So make sure you are using this if you are using the raccoon method. Also, if you're using the Disco Bee, make sure you don't have any bad fruit laying around, because if on one side of your plot you have all of these things, which speaking of disco, I actually have a disco candy blossom right here, so that's awesome. But if you have like candy blossoms or something, and then on the other side of your plot you have like bamboo or coconuts, I would recommend deleting the bamboo and coconuts, just because you don't want it to turn a fruit disco and then have it turn like some random coconut disco, because that is not gonna be worth it, and then you'll just have wasted all that time, because instead of turning like a random coconut disco, it could turn your candy blossom disco. Which speaking of that, hopefully it turns this one disco right here. I mean, it's a super low percent chance just because of how much candy and like moon blossoms I have, but if it could turn this one disco, that would actually be awesome, because that would be worth a crazy amount just because of how massive that is. But anyway, that is what the brand new Disco Bee does on Grow Garden though, and go ahead and let me know in the comments if y'all want me to give away this Disco Bee right here. But anyway, that is gonna be all for this video, so make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, and I'll see y'all in the next video.